What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, spawning in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Thor. His name is Grass the Kid. His opponent today, in the red color, playing as Loki. His name is Yoshii. An exciting map here. I love this map. This map is Mirage. Why do I love this map? Because it's basically a unique map. There are a couple of maps out there that have a similar flavor to this map. One being Tundra Pools, and other ones being on competitive Mega Random. But this map here, the one unique part about this map that I really quite like is you get this kind of safe hashtag fish on the back of your base, and you only get access to 300 food in your main base, 300 hunt, plus you only get access to these hunt over here, and this hunt over here is only going to be 6 or 7 gazelle. So there's really not a whole lot of food on the map. So the extra fish you get from this water is very important, but it's not like a crazy boost. It's just a very different flavor of map to play on. I'm excited to see the Norse here because in Pandora's Box, we saw a lot of players thinking that Kronos was an incredibly good god on this map. Now, my opinion here is that Kronos on this map is not going to be able to survive against a Heimdall rush, even if Kronos doesn't go for the shifting sand, not the shifting sands, the time shift dock strategy that we were seeing. The time shift dock strategy on Mirage is very, very strong, but if you can rush the Kronos, he puts a lot of resources into attacking this. By the time he's cleaned up your docks, you've already taken his town center out. And what's better, cleaning up a dock and winning 9 or 8 or 7 fish or 6 fish, or losing your town center and preventing any citizen from going out? And I think we all know the answer where that is coming from. So we'll have to wait and see how this game's going to go. We do see Thor here for Grass. Going for Thor here is a bit of a strange move. I don't particularly know if Thor's the best god here because Thor doesn't have access to Undermine. Thor might not be able to survive against the Kronos as well, but I mean, maybe it's still fine. You can just go for Mass Ulfsark and go for that rush like we were talking about, which is really good nonetheless. But maybe this is kind of a somewhat of a counter pick or a meta gaming here from Grass, expecting Yoshii not to play Kronos here, expecting Yoshii to go on with something else and trying to get some value out of playing Thor here. Thor does get access to Ragnarok, which is a really, really strong god power when you have any amount of extra fish or caravans. So it's going to be a tough one to deal with in a lot of different matchups. So say Yoshii decides to go for Egyptian here, Grass can go for a fast Ragnarok off of 2 town centers or 3 town centers and all the other good stuff that comes from that. As we do see, the temple is up, Freya coming through, Ox card is queued up here, house coming down, no problems here. That Ox card is just to jump onto the medium gold or to jump onto some hunt somewhere, as the temple is down for Yoshii here. Now, Forseti and Heimdall being the classical age gods of choice here, very, very interesting here. Very, very interesting to see as the villagers are going to be moving forward onto the Gazelle. This isn't necessary at this moment here. The big thing you want to do on Mirage as Norse, and let's see if Yoshii's doing. Yoshii's not doing it either, but the big thing you want to do on Mirage, in my opinion, that's the Ox cart coming through here. The big thing you want to do on Mirage is actually put tons of villagers onto wood. And we are seeing that now from Yoshii. You want to put tons of villagers onto wood because you need to get out 1, 2, 3 longhouses. Because you've got an extra 7, 8, 9 fishing ships, you need to have that extra longhouse because those extra fishing ships are able to be supported. And right now you can see that Grass here, he's only going to be able to afford so many longhouses. In fact, he's only actually able to afford 2 right away. Plus he's going to need houses. So life becomes very, very challenging for Grass and Groom in this game compared to what Yoshi's going to be able to do. And we actually also see the undermine coming down. It's really, really smart to just run away from that building, just allow it to go down, because then you save a little bit more wood as the tower also goes down, as well as the troll retreating back into the main base. We will be seeing that house most likely targeted down, as well as Grass is getting some value here, eating this hunt. But the other thing you have to remember here is the hunt, he doesn't have hunting dogs. So this hunt isn't actually as useful as you might otherwise think, whereas Yoshii does have hunting dogs, so his hunt is much, much better. And the thing is, I reckon you could just be sitting in your base on the cows here and just having just as much value as sitting out on this hunt here, and you will be completely fine. But we will be seeing the house going down there for Grass. He gets one long house down, 2 houses over here as the Hearser is starting to bash away here. More long houses coming down for Yoshii straight away. Did he get himself purse scene here? No purse scene just yet, as Yoshii is very, very low on gold. He's spending that gold beautifully there as the villagers do finally get pushed off of this. Grass needs to know that you don't want to run your villagers with your ox cart. It slows your villagers from 3.8 speed down to 2.9 speed. As the troll here getting caught out, this is such a valuable unit in the defense of a Heimdall rush. And not only that, we see a troll spawn there for Yoshii. That's absolutely huge. As the Hearser is popping out, the villager's going to try and pull over here onto the trees, and we are seeing Grass attempting to take a fight here, which he really does not want to be doing at this point. He does have a decent army, as the Aini are going to be coming in, making those Hearser do even more damage here, as Grass needs to retreat back here underneath his healing spring. He could get himself watchtowers here, but this tower is not defended in the slightest at this point. As Yoshii pulling back, the village is going to be sneaking over onto this wood line, slightly out of line of sight of the Yoshii military here. And we see another longhouse coming down for Grass. Is still floating resources. Whereas, I mean, Yoshii's also floating resources here. Yoshii's only got 2 military buildings, or 3 military buildings down now. And I do think the fourth one's very, very important. But we do see Persane coming through now for Yoshii. That's going to boost those fishing ships up quite a bit. Not only that, finishing up on this hunt, he's going to want to move forward and try and take Grass and Groom's hunt, but it's already been eaten, which is a big thing there for basically for Grass to have taken that away from Yoshii. In fact, Yoshii actually says, I'm not even going to move forward and grab this, and he kills off that other gazelle. As now Grass and Groom's units starting to get a little bit antsy here, pushing out. This isn't really part of the plan, but the thing is, on Mirage, Thor does want to cast that Dwarven Gold Mine straight away to get a bit of an advantage here. So he has to kind of actually fight here in the Classical Age, as Yoshii going to be able to hit this location while Grass is hitting his base. So both players losing out here actually ends up being an advantage for Yoshii here, because he's Loki, and Loki gets favor from killing myth unit spawns from killing buildings, whereas Grass just gets himself favor, as he's trying to queue out some trolls at this point, as the army now coming over here to try and take this fight here. The dwarves getting pushed off of this gold mine for the time being. It's 97 population to 104 population, as Yoshii having to retreat back. We see some more military buildings coming down for Yoshii as he's trying to take this fight over here. Those units building at this point need to get into the fight. As he does finish that one up, he's going to be able to bring those in very, very shortly here, but it does seem now that Yoshii, he doesn't have a good angle to fight. Those thrown axemen are wedged right in the middle of the army here, as the units coming through on the back here trying to take down the Hearser over here. Is the thrown axemen trying to target? They need to target down those Hearser as best as they can, as the Hearser trying to get in here to deal with everything else. Meanwhile, the troll on the back of the line there does get sniped as a Valkyrie spawn comes through for Yoshii. Yoshii's going to be happy about this fight. His Hearser are doing really, really well here. There's no myth units left for Grass, as he does get himself out. Another troll, but it spawns right in front of the Hearser of Grass and Groom, as the Hearser of Yoshii there, as the Hearser do manage to get onto the Valkyrie, and it does seem like Grass and Groom has managed to win that fight, forcing Yoshii back at this point. Yoshii here, he's still got a good amount of army. It's still 80 population apiece here. The fight isn't yet won for Grass. Yoshii still going to be trying to take these fights. The Hersa the Troll able to take down Grass's Troll there. It's a big loss. Like we were talking about, the Trolls are vitally important, and a lot of low HP units there for Grass and Groom get sniped down incredibly fast there. The gold mine's got 1,000 gold left in it. Another Troll getting spawned over here. Meanwhile, the Dock on this position over here with 2 raiding cavalry going to be getting taken down. That's very sneaky by Grass. A big amount of damage will be caused by that raid, but it does look like a handful of villagers are going to come over here and start shanking here at this point to kind of try and save that Dock. Nice play there from Yoshii. Good reaction. 83 population for Grass and Groom to Yoshii's 106. So a big advantage for the time being. Not only that, the villagers should still have, they are still somewhat hunting. They're on chickens and they're on the gold on this position here as well. And there's just so many military buildings up for Yoshii. Grass and Groom here still trying to get out his trolls. He's got 3 trolls he's about to have 3 trolls. It's probably worth it at a point to make to upgrade your hammered trolls here. Extra 50% hit points, or extra 50 hit points I should say, extra 20% troll pierce damage. So if you take consideration for how much that costs and how much bonus it actually gives you, Trolls have got themselves 200 HP, 20%. Probably once you have 4 trolls, getting Hammer Troll is value because it basically gives you a 5th troll in terms of HP and almost in terms of damage. So that's probably the mark at which you want to be getting that Hammer Troll. And we do see 4 trolls through 4 Grass here as the army pushing out, trying to take down this temple. And Yoshii going to do exactly what he's been doing this game completely. He's going to push off this gold mine. We will be seeing the Dwarves making a run for it here as the army comes back onto the temple. Grass here, he just needs to get to the heroic age. He's not really playing into the game plan of Thor in this matchup. The game plan for Thor is to get heroic age to deal with flaming weapons and get frost giants out and just basically get there before he leaves this home gold mine. He's still got 500 gold left and he's still got cows in his main base, so he can very easily get there. He does not need to take a fight here as the dwarves coming out. The raiding cavalry have got their spidey senses tingling here as he saw the dwarves making a move for it, seeing if they're going anywhere else, and it seems that they've been spotted as the army coming back here for Grass, ready to start taking this fight. The raiding cavalry are going to now move in, start hitting this wood line as Grass is all over the place. His slow army is getting absolutely caught out, and we do see that the trolls getting left over here is a little bit of a dangerous time to be alive here, as Grass might want to just put these villagers over onto the chicken and try and shoot himself to the heroic age as fast as he can, because Yoshii is going there himself right now. He's probably got an armory up already. There it is. And we will be seeing Bragi on the way. As a raiding cavalry circling around, we do see a temple getting thrown up on this position here. Grass is in a very, very difficult position right now because he doesn't have the food just yet. He's trying to get more wood for some reason here as the units coming through to try and pressure this wood line. Yet again, the army has to come back. There is a whole bunch of idle units on this position for Yoshii, just waiting, watching, wondering. Medium infantry per scene. Hammer Troll coming through for Grass as he's trying to get some technologies into this game. But the problem is that Grass needs to split up his army, and his gold villagers here are about to get absolutely totaled on this position, and Yoshii is just happily able to spread out his army here with these thrown axes. He's going to be able to take down the ox cart. The dwarves going to be retreating away. The ox cart does get taken down there. Bragi is 78% of the way through as the dwarven armory is through for Grass and Groom, but Grass and Groom only has 300 gold at the moment, so he has to deal with this some way, shape, or form. But is he going to be able to, as Bragi is just about to hit? Yoshii's still sitting at a fairly decent 100 population. Flaming Weapons gets immediately cast here as the Valkyrie on the back, he does get sniped down very, very fast. The raiding cavalry coming in from both sides. Grass is still sitting with a population advantage in this fight, but the Hersa over here is starting to deal some damage. Does manage to get taken down. The Hammer Trolls here are so absurdly strong in this fight here as the Battle Boar coming in to join the fight. But I imagine, look at the Trolls here able to snipe that Battle Boar down so absurdly fast. One of the small weaknesses, or the little known weaknesses of the Battle Boar, is it doesn't get bonus damage against myth units like most myth units. So while it has a lot of damage itself, it's just myth units counter it so hard, as it seems that Grass has managed to hold for the time being on this position with trolls, with throw and axemen. Yoshii's dropped down to 65 population. He's grabbing Salt Amphora straight away as the units here of Yoshii looking for something to attack at this point as more military built or houses getting taken down over here as Grass pulls off of the wood for the time being. He knows he needs to get himself a whole bunch of gold here to advance to the next age. The house is going down over here for Grass as Yoshii's figuring out that there is a weakness in the main base for Grass as Grass is now coming back with his trolls. He needs to bring his throw and axeman as well, but he also needs to defend his villages somehow. He needs to defend his main base. He needs to defend his villages. The trolls coming through here to try and deal with this as the town center is getting taken down. Yoshii knows that he needs to take down that town center to prevent any sort of heroic age from coming through here for Grass, but every time he leaves this location, Yoshii is going to be trying to take out these ox carts, causing problems for him as the trolls sitting back, watching, waiting. Somehow, some way, Yoshii has managed to get himself back up to 105 population here. After all is said and done, it's like Yoshii lost his entire army here. This is a beautiful choke point, though, for Grass to be sitting in, as he's going to be able to immediately erase those battle boards. The problem is that Grass, he does have ox carts in reserve here. He's just about to be able to click up to the heroic age, but he doesn't have much wood income, and he's shorted himself houses here, so he's dropping down in population incredibly fast as those trolls trying to hold on here. Very, very shortly, we will be able to see a heroic age to come through for Grass, but is it too little, too late? Battle board's getting taken down. Yoshii's still sitting at a very, very solid 110 population as Grass is not really producing at this moment. He's basically mass trolls here as the hearse are coming through. Well, you have to be careful with those trolls not to be moving them forward. Big miss micro there from Grass as the hearse are getting huge amounts of damage there. He's trying to retreat these ones back. The throw and axeman getting onto those hearse as best as he possibly can there. The dwarves getting taken down, and Grass did not click up to the heroic age. He's now dropped back down to 400 gold, so he can't advance to the next age here in this position. The throw and axeman continuing to push through more battle boards coming in onto this position here as Yoshii, he needs more Hersa to deal with those those trolls, as the throw and axeman are just not going to cut it here as they're going to get absolutely carved up by the trolls. But in that position, Grass and Groom does decide that the game is lost. He can't manage to work this one out. He can't get to his dream heroic age, and he cannot hold in this game. There was a timing here where Grass, all he needed to do was cut a villager, retreat off of the gold mine, not take this fight, wait for the heroic age. He would have been able to frost the army, kill off the entire army, and he would have been completely fine here. He could have retreated off the gold mine. He could have come back to his main base. He still has 500 gold left in his main base to get a little bit of gold there. He would have got to the next stage. He would have been able to frost the army. Yoshii would have been in a really, really difficult position following that, and Grass could have taken this game. He almost managed to bring it back. The troll spam is always so absurdly strong for Thor. That's why these Heimdall rushes generally fail in this matchup. But Yoshii manages to make it work with some really, really nice kind of distraction play here. Yoshii lost so much army in this game over and over again. In fact, if you look at the units killed lost here, probably before that last fight, Grass and Groom was well in front, but I think in the end here, the resource advantage for Yoshii plus the advantage of having myth unit spawns, just too much for Grass and Groom to cope with here in this game. In fact, Grass right now is on 14 villages. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next game.